Hey guys, Matthew here, and welcome to V-Body's foam roller workout. Start out on your upper back. It seems to be best for most people. What you want to do is just lay back onto that foam and cradle your head in your hands. Then you lay back over the foam. Let some nice pressure work into your upper back. Then when you're ready, lift your hips up from the mat and then pull yourself back and forth across that foam. Taking good care to massage out your back. You don't want to get all the way to your neck, and you want to just get to your shoulder blades. Now, if that feels good on your shoulders, you can stretch your arms out overhead. Let your head tip back towards the mat. And roll again, just your upper to your upper middle back. Now, to get a little deeper in your back, you want to curl up. And it's like you're doing a little ab curl here. You're pushing with your legs, curling up the foam and back. Keep going on this. Hey guys, you can use anything denser than this black foam. You cannot roll directly on your spine. But the foam rollers I showed you are good to be on your spine. They're safe. Now, when you choose one side of your middle back, you want to keep your head cradled, keep curling up, and like I'm rolling to the right now. Ooh. So you can turn, roll your left, ooh, and then you can get back on that scapula as well. Now, we all get knots under our shoulder blades. If you feel a knot, you just give it little micro rolls and then continue on. Don't obsess about one area. Sometimes rolling something else can release pain. Let's do the left side. So you're twisting up and over to the left. And rolling back. If it's more comfortable for you to put an arm down, we're about to move on to the low back where we'll do that. Now we'll roll your low back. Again, choose your right side. Put your right forearm down and push and pull that foam underneath you with your legs. There's not a lot of pressure on this right shoulder. The pressure should be on the foam and on your legs. Now there's fascia, big pockets of webbing and muscle tissue behind our rib cage. You want to make sure, first of all, that you roll more towards your spine than your ribs. Roll deeply into that fascia, but be careful, do not roll your floating rib. Now, deep within that fascia in your low back, there's structural, thick, ropey structural muscles, like the QLs and the Psoas, the lats, the iliocostals. And all these muscles need some TLC. Whether you sit a lot or stand and you're on your feet a lot, for a lot of us, this is better than trying to just bend over and touch our toes. Let's make one more roll on that right side, and let's do the left. I'll go from here and you can see. So on the left side, you want that foam roller to be more towards your spine. You don't want it to be on your ribs. And then you lift your hips up push and pull along that foam. Now the safest way to work your low back is to choose side to side. But if you want a little more in your low back, again, curl upward and go right up and down your spine. Again, not with that super dense plastic foam roller, only with foam. And I don't like those bumpy rollers either. Those hurt. Foam roller is supposed to feel good. Now roll back over that foam. Stretch your shoulders out. And let's move on. Now there's some good stretches supine. I'll show them to you in a little while, but let's move on to the thighs and the hips. Now I think that foam roller is really essential for a lot of us to roll on the thighs. Here's how you do it. You go into what I call army crawl position, just forearms down. Your left knee is out to the side. And you want to move your foam roller over so it's only on your right thigh. Now you can push and pull yourself all the way back. Really grooving that foam down right into the heart of your thigh. Straight down there. You'll feel it in your hip flexor. Now when you turn your leg inwards towards your midline, you're on a special muscle called the rectus femoris. Ooh, that hip flexor muscle gets tight on so many of us. So you're kind of turning inwards. We're not on the IT band. We're not on the fabled IT band yet. We're on the rectus femoris. If you want to go ahead and prop up on your arms, now you're going to have some more leverage to move that foam. Make each stroke long and meaningful. Don't just get stuck in a groove. And you see you can really reach down to the floor in that lizard shape and get a really nice stretch. You can twist over. Now when you turn the right leg out, we're rolling your psoas, the iliopsoas, and your adductors. What I like to do is come down to my forearms again. Let the right leg bend and turn the foam so it goes right up the inner thigh. Now be careful here. We've got lymph nodes in the inner thigh embedded in there with those trigger points. So just give it a general roll here. Don't try to trigger point yourself on this inner thigh. Great. One more major roll on this hip is the IT band. So I'm going to turn to my back to the camera now so you can see the transition. From army crawl on the right thigh, you just turn and roll the outside of your right leg. This is called the IT band, the iliotibial band. It's an extension of your glute muscle that helps stabilize your knee. So many people that have knee pain can roll this IT band and release those muscles and ligaments and that fascia from having to do too much work. And this is a magic release for knee pain. Again, make that stroke go long. You can even step up a little more so you're working down by your knee. Ooh, it's a little sensitive down there. You can manipulate your weight on the foam by lifting up a little bit. Got to use strong arms and shoulders and press back. That's good on that thigh. Now, just to integrate the two sides, let's do Whew, you can feel the difference in the right thigh and the left. Let's do extension and flexion. I call this move snake stretch. On your left thigh, start an army crawl. But then quickly get on up to your arms. Again, not a lot of pressure on your wrists or your shoulders here. Instead, put the pressure on the foam and on your right leg, which is out to the side. Now the left side, you might hear me yelp a little bit because this left side gets tender. I had a string of injuries up the left leg, and it needs special care to keep me pain-free. Now turn the leg inwards and work on the rectus femoris, that big hip muscle that goes right over the thigh. Remember, if the foam's too dense for you right now, just lift a bit of your weight up off the foam. If you control your core during this move and your shoulders, you can quickly adapt to foam, even if you have a little bit of neck and shoulder pain. If you have a lot of neck and shoulder pain, then foam roller might not be right for you right now. Good. Now we're going to turn and roll the psoas and the adductor. Make a long stroke. Ooh, you can feel that foam gripping into your fascia. Ooh, just like a good massage therapist would grip with their fingertips or use the heel of their palm to get some grip on that muscle. You can do so much of that for yourself every day if you want to. I foam roll 2 or 3 times a week like this. Love it. For 15 years now. Been maybe longer, been foam rolling. Now we're going to explore this left hip. If you push the foam into your left hip flexor, you can explore the hip socket itself by turning open and then working on into that IT band. Now here's your ideal IT band setup. You're open, chest is open, and you roll with a stable left shoulder. Roll that left IT band. Ooh. Now as much as you can, you want to pull your left hip back. So you see I'm lined up with the wall right here. I can really reach that hip back so you don't get all clamped up in yourself. You shouldn't be able to look, you shouldn't be looking down and seeing your leg once you get good at foam rolling. But if you're just figuring it out, just, watch it. It's cool. Great long stroke. Last one on the IT band. Now I've got a little knot. The way you take care of a knot is you trigger it. You want to roll over it with micro rolls, taking care to make the heavy part of the stroke go up the leg. And I'm going to follow that knot up into the hip flexor, into the rectus femoris ligaments. Now some physical therapists will tell you not to roll your ligaments. I totally get that. But if you're adept at foam rolling, this is where your trigger points lie. On the outskirts of the muscles. And you can release yourself manually That's good on the legs. I'm going to show you just a couple of the most essential stretches. Maybe we'll come back through with another video and do more foam roller, because this is super fun. Now, if you have a long foam roller, like a double, you can do a few more things on this comfortably, but to me, the baby rollers are the best. You can cut a double in half and then you got one for home and one for work. You don't need the double to do a lot of things, and frankly, it gets in the way. A few hip stretches that are straight out of physical therapy in the trainer's room and feel really good. What you want to do to finish off this foam roller session is to lay back, put that foam on the crest of your pelvis, and stretch yourself long over the foam. Then draw your right leg up to your chest. Give it a hug. And feel a real stretch in that left hip. You can let that foam roll up into your back and arch it a bit. You can full body stretch. Now make sure not to hyperextend your low back, but just extend it. You can bend your knees and rock side to side, right over the top of those glute muscles. Left leg in, reach it long, straight, stretch. Ooh, that one feels good. That right here. You can tuck them both in. Kick up. You can tuck them both into your chest, round your back. Really lengthen. You can even curl up to feel length in the back of your neck. Then kick up and stretch. Kick your legs to where you can get them straight, and then you can work on your calves and your ankles. It's so easy to do abs like this and hamstring stretches. Butterfly into happy baby. You can set those hips down, or set those feet down, arch your back and stretch. Up and off the foam. And reach it overhead. Let's do a worm stretch here. Holding that foam, you're going side to side. Worm. Get that great stretch in your upper back. Ooh. Full roll up. You can hook that foam over your feet. Ooh, stretch. Great, you can let it go. So that's a foam roller session. Hope you enjoy it. Get good at these basic moves, and there's some more details that you're gonna love exploring with your body. You've probably heard about the foam rollers before, but they're great to help you massage yourself. It's so cool. You don't always need a massage therapist to work your body. And in fact, for the cost of one of these $8 to $18 foam rollers, you can do a daily massage on your body, and it makes you feel so good. First of all, you want to choose the proper foam roller for you. The denser foam rollers, these black ones, I think are better for most people for most rolling. However, when you're first starting out, you might want to use lighter, like if you like a lighter massage. I recommend these traditional blue ones. which are usually a lighter roll. But even better is the 2-layered foam. The 2-layered foam seems to hold up better, and I bought all these foam rollers on Amazon. You can see which ones they are.